Hey guys, I'm Luke, the creative director at Chill Bunny, and we have Dr. Xavier Flanagan here, who's our medical director at Chill Bunny. And today we're just going to take some time to talk about sauna, and particularly in relation to our health. Very fortunate to have Xavier here. So I guess first I'll talk about my experience with sauna and how I feel, and we can then dive into it from a medical perspective. So I've used sauna for a long time, mostly traditional, but more so now infrared, just for the convenience of it. I feel very relaxed and calm after a sauna. I sleep better. I feel cleansed, I would say, particularly after a big night or a long week of work. So yeah, I'd be really interested to hear from you, Xavier, what's taking place behind the scenes to have that effect on me.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and I, to be honest, have the same feelings with sauna. I use it quite regularly. And I guess we can break it down into the different parts of how it helps us feel the way we do after a sauna. So, first of all, when you jump in a sauna, and I like to spend about 10 minutes or so. I think Luke, you're about 20 minutes.
20 minutes, yeah.
What happens is you get you have a heat immersive experience where your body is thrown into a very, very hot environment, which results in your body having to deal with that exposure.
Yes.
And the way that your body deals with it results in quite a few different things happening. Some of the big ones is obviously initially your body starts sweating. You have an increased circulation response to the periphery, which is the skin, the superficial skin of your body.
Yes.
And as well as the sweating effect. And that can help having a detox effect, can help you kind of sweat out a lot of toxins like heavy metals like mercury and a few other things. It can help open up your pores and clear out those pores, which is great for acne and some skin conditions.
Stimulating collagen.
It can help stimulate collagen.
Love that.
And then there's the more of the mental health side of things and the sleep, especially sleep. So saunas can be very beneficial for preparing you for sleep.
Yeah.
And how that works is when you jump in a sauna, your body, quite a few things happen, but one of the big ones which happens is a parasympathetic response afterwards. And what happens there is your body starts to cool down and calm down, and actually start to feel quite relaxed. Yeah, you feel relaxed, and that will last quite a while. And the more you do it, the more relaxed you'll start to get into more of a pattern, doing it a couple of times a week. Yeah. And then you'll be more prepared to fall asleep and have a more restful sleep.
Yeah, and so from a product point of view, you hear a lot about EMF and how that's sort of a negative thing for infrared sauna. So maybe you can just explain EMF and what it is.
Yeah, sure. So EMF, which is I guess it's talking about the electromagnetic spectrum, which is a fancy physics, a big topic. It's quite complicated, but in general, it's like energy waves, and it's the spectrum of energy waves that exist all around us. And that, like the common ones everyone knows, is like light or radio waves, and they're all just different energy wavelengths. Infrared saunas, which is what we have here at Chill Bunny, is one, I guess, slither of that spectrum of waves.
Yes, and maybe I can talk to that a little bit. At Chill Bunny, we use predominantly far infrared, which is very low EMF, and that actually hits the muscle tissue rather than the air. So if you think about the spectrum of infrared, you have near, medium, and far. Near hitting the air, medium your skin, and then far your muscle tissue. And we prioritize far because it's very low EMF, and it means that you're not struggling to breathe at 100-degree air, but also you're getting the benefits, right? So our low EMF, or our far infrared heaters are all extremely low EMF, and that's not always the case. So when you're buying a sauna or selecting a sauna, just make sure you're considering that, because if you're getting into a sauna which has high EMF, it can be very counterproductive to your health. We also have full spectrum heaters on the glass, which provides the heat for near, medium, and far, allowing you to get a bit of a sweat on, particularly if you're doing contrast therapy and want to heat up quickly. But yeah, that's all to say. It's very good for you.
In Scandinavia, they've been doing it for thousands of years and reaping the rewards.
Yeah.
Research coming out of Finland that show the beneficial effects related to longevity,
Yes.
benefits on the cardiovascular system. Overall, I can keep talking about it for hours.
I guess we all know the benefits, and we all feel it empirically, but we don't have a medical lens to understand why that's happening or the mechanisms behind that effect. And so it's always good to get deep into it. And thanks for your time today, Zoe. It's great to chat.
Thank you, Luke.